Hello, I'm Don Burrows. I'm a career coach, resume strategist, and the author of Resumes That Resume Careers: 3 Steps to Getting Back to Work Using Functional Resumes. We actually call them professional profiles now. There's so much more than traditional reverse chronological resumes. It's scary how powerfully life-altering they can be. Let me tell you about Dan. That's not his real name, but he was my most poignant client. When Dan and I connected, he was in his early 60s. He had been a successfully self-employed consultant for over 4 decades, but recently he'd hit a wall and he hadn't gotten a contract in over 2 years. His financial and emotional situation was getting serious. I did a complete package for him: functional resume, targeted cover letters, job search strategies, and interview practice. As he completed a key exercise, he had a profound realization. He had learned more about himself in that one exercise than he had in over 40 years of work, education, and the military. When I completed his final draft of his resume, he read it word by word and sat silently staring at it for almost a minute. In a very small voice, he said, "Where have you been all my life?" At that moment, he saw such a different picture of himself, all that he never realized that he brought to the world of work, all that he never was, all that he never did, all that he never had. I could hear and see his regret. He almost cried. So did I. There's good news and bad news in this. The bad news is that 2 years later he had a heart attack and died on the spot. The good news is that after we finished up, in short order, he got his career back on track, and his last 2 years were very good years. Dan was bold. He identified his most important job skills and accomplishments, and he refused to accept that a company might not have contracts for him. During the next 7 videos, I'm going to cover each of the following topics in more detail, just for you. The first is called, "Just because a company doesn't have a job for you doesn't mean they don't have work for you." The second, "Be bold. Ask for referrals, not a job." The third, "Identify your most important job skills, then use them to get a better job." Fourth, "You can do what you love." Fifth, "There's no work. Nobody's hiring." Number 6, stop saying, "I'm just a" fill in the blank. And number 7, boomers, get back to work.